Hello everyone, my name is Smithy and welcome back to another Slayer guide. So today we are going to be going through Waterfiends in the Ancient Cavern. Now to get to the Ancient Cavern we are over by Otto's Grotto. I used the teleport on the Games Necklace to the Barbarian Assault, run on down, and we're now on the little jetty bit, diving into the whirlpool. Now before we get into that, let's go through the gear setup in the inventory. So I've got Super Combat and then prayer pots, food, and my teleport to my house to restock and hit the bank and all that good stuff. Now, gear setup, we've got the Slayer Helm, then we'll be using melee here, so I've got my Zombie Axe because they are weak to Crush, and then I've got a Fire Cape, Rancor, my Rada's Blessing for the prayer bonus, and also I can teleport back to Konar as I am on a Konar task. They use magical attack, and we're not going to be praying mage, I'll get onto that. We're going to be using carols for that tanky magic defense. Then I've got a Dragon Defender, Barrow's Gloves, Primordial Boots, which you could use Dragon Boots or whatever, what they call climbing boots, Berserker Ring Imbued. Now, they use magic and magical range, so we are going to be praying range during the fights and using our tanky carols to protect ourselves from the mage. Now, you're probably going to still, well, you are going to take more, still take damage, but it is what it is. You know, we're praying range, we're tanking the mage, and yeah, let's go and find them, shall we? So first things first, you're going to need to dive into the whirlpool. Now, you could bring a Dragonfire shield or anti-dragon shield because there are dragons that we're going to need to run past if you are worried about taking damage from those, for example, if you're a hardcore, but I ain't bothered. We've got food for a reason. And when we go in, you see we've got mithril dragons that we're going to need to, or dragons that we're going to need to get through, and yeah, we're going to need to venture through here. So we are going to see some green dragons. Accidentally clicked down and got hit, as you do. We are going to be dropping down, and there are some green dragons just knocking about down here, so be careful of that. So when we drop down, we are going to be running just over here because this is where the Waterfiends are. So like I said, you are going to take some damage from those dragons. Anti-fire shield will sort you right out, or anti-fire pots. And now we're going to drop, put on Protect from Range and start attacking the Waterfiends. Now, they are pretty, they're not the easiest monsters because they do quite a lot of damage, so be prepared to have pretty short trips. Unfortunately, you can't drop a cannon down here. There are some areas that you can do Waterfiends where you can use a cannon. This isn't one of them. So, yeah, if you brought your cannon with you, maybe drop it off at the bank when you go and bank next because for some reason you can't use it down here. But anyway, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys found the video useful. If you're new around here, please do consider subscribing and let me know in the comments any Slayer guides you want me to make next. Bye!